Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Juanito here, bringing to you another episode of our FIFA 21 career mode, Newcomers Norwich, right? I did get you guys' feedbacks from the last video, right? And as you guys can see here, right, a few things have changed. I did go and give new contracts to a few players, so we currently only have 7.6 million to spend, along with 18k in wages. I gave new contracts because they were running out. I did that obviously off camera, so you guys don't have to see that. But this is the team we are rolling with, and the major comment with the most likes was to sign Asuncao just to add depth to the squad. Right now, I don't believe we have the money to buy him. So I will still try to approach to buy him, right? And we'll see how that goes. Just gonna offer about 8 million. See what they say to that. They're probably gonna say no, but that's okay. They want Cantwell and 600 grand. No, thank you. Like I said, right, 8 million is all I can afford. Hopefully they say yes. They want 9.2. We can't afford that. I can afford 8.4 at most. So no, I don't think we will bring him in. 8.4. 9.1. We cannot afford to bring him in at this moment. We are looking to sell a few more players, so hopefully when those players leave, we can bring him in. But for this episode, right, we will start off the season with Southampton, followed by Brighton, then Everton, and then a simulated game against Manchester United. Now, I am contemplating whether playing or simming Everton, just because this video is going to be a bit longer due to the fact that we are ending the transfer window today as well. And yeah, I mean, not too busy September, so we're going to have to wait and see, right, how we get on against Southampton. But I will go ahead and do this once and for all, right? I am also going to add a few more players to the transfer list, right, based off of your guys' comments, to add backup strikers. So I'm going to go do that right now, and I will see you guys in the game against Southampton for kickoff. I'll see you guys in a sec. What is up, guys? We are back, and we have the starting 11 for both teams. For ourselves, we have Tim Krul in goal, Aarons, Givardiol, Hanley, and Giannoulis as our back four, Alvarez and Skip as our two CDMs, Sima on the right, Cantwell on the left, Buendia, Akem, and Pukki up top. Southampton lineup with McCarthy in goal, Walkers-Peters, Bednarek, Vestergaard, and Bertrand as their back four, Walcott, Romeu, Ward-Prowse, and Dejanepo as their midfield four, and Adams and Danny Ings up top. Pretty strong Norwich team, pretty strong Southampton team, right? We do also have, we have Lago Jr. on the bench along with Frimpong to give them their debuts, hopefully, if everything goes well. And yeah, let's just get straight into it, right? Hopefully we can get off to a really good start, kind of start dominating the game. I was about to say, and just like that, I believe we do find ourselves 1-0 down. There goes Pukki, giving the ball to Cantwell on this left-hand side. Not where I wanted that pass to go, but that doesn't matter. We will find Pukki there. Pukki does find Sima, and Sima does open our very first goal of the Premier League in the 20th minute. New signing Sima goes ahead and celebrates with his teammates. This pass right there from Skipper to Pukki. Pukki's pass, I did believe, was going to get intercepted by the defender, but Sima just nudges him off and puts it right past McCarthy into that bottom right-hand corner. And just like that, Norwich 1, Southampton 0. We now have our first goal in the Premier League. Let's see if we can't find ourselves a second one. Hanley with a nice little interception. Buendia to Pukki, but does get deflected. Cantwell back to Buendia. I don't know why he went all the way to Hanley, but Hanley does now have the ball. Buendia. Alvarez does see Pukki through. And Pukki does find himself with his first goal of the season in the 35th minute. Edson Alvarez plays a beautiful through ball, and just like that, Pukki is celebrating his first goal in this Premier League campaign. Look at that pass from Alvarez to Pukki. I believe it was their left back Bertrand that was playing him onside. So Bertrand, right, already not having the best of starts. Pukki just says, "Hey boss, I know you said you need more strikers, but I'm here, I'm performing, there's no need." 35 minutes in, Pukki 1 goal, Sima 1 goal, Norwich 2, Southampton 0. We're looking pretty comfortable right now in the driver's seat. And let's see if we can't grab a third just before the half. And we should now be hitting them on the break. Skip does see Giannoulis. Giannoulis tries to play Pukki through, who just doesn't have the pace to get away from Vestergaard, I believe that was. And just like that, we have a throw in. We go into Buendia. We play through Sima, who does not put that chance into the back of the net. 55 minutes in, and we missed the opportunity to go 3-0 up. Sima should be winning that header. Gets the ball to Buendia. Buendia, I believe, was fouled there, but apparently the ref says he was not, so we will just continue. 75 minutes in, Frimpong and Lago Jr. do get their debuts now. Hopefully they can help us get these third goal and help us seal the game. Danny Ings does get a header, but it is over the bar. And just like that, we do now have a goal kick. Southampton are applying a lot of pressure, which I was expecting. And Tim Krul there, making me very nervous. We do find Lago Jr. Lago Jr. will run with the ball. He does find Sima. And Sima does slot that into the bottom left-hand corner. And he is celebrating his brace. And just like that, in the 81st minute, we seal this game away completely. Give Southampton no hopes of coming back. And we have secured our very first 3 points in our Premier League season. Let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about. Lago Jr. plays a nice through ball to Sima. Sima right there, the heavy touch. I thought the keeper was going to come out. But Sima says, I finished once, I'll finish again. Norwich 3, Southampton 0. First 3 points of the season. Pukki does slot through Buendia. Buendia should have the pace to get away from Vestergaard. And Buendia does get a goal as well in this game. Norwich 4, Southampton 0. That's what I'm talking about. That's a way to welcome us back into the Premier League. Southampton just pushing men forward to hopefully get a consolation goal, but it's their downfall. Buendia says, I can shoot this across goalkeeper. He was never going to reach that, and just like that, bottom right-hand corner, Buendia gets his goal, and we are celebrating. 86 minutes, Norwich 4, Southampton 0. Let's just turn the lights off and go home, boys. What a performance today. This is something to take away, right? And I will show you guys right just before as well. At the end of the episode, well, I'll show you guys after this game that we are not on an easy difficulty, right? We are on ultimate. We do have CPU adjustments, right? They are a bit faster. Nothing too big, right? We didn't adjust any of ours. I like to keep it as default. There we go. Hanley with apparently a foul. I don't know how that was a foul, but just like that, the ref does blow his whistle for full time. Norwich 4, Southampton 0 in our very first game back in the Premier League. Our fans didn't realize that it was the end of the game, and they just now start cheering. What a performance from the team. I think everybody played really well. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Everybody did play well. Frimpong could have done better if I would have brought him on earlier, but he did well. And now we turn our focus to our next game against Brighton. But just before that, right? Oliver Skip does come in about his contract negotiations. I don't know yet, buddy, if I will sign you on a personal. You'll do for me, Buendia. You did great in that game at Cam. But let me quickly show you, right? Our settings are 5 minutes, ultimate, right? Our CPU, sprint speed and acceleration, both 51, shot error 45, and nothing else really changed. And then for us, we have everything set to default. Nothing has changed here. Just so you guys believe me when I say we're playing on ultimate, right? I don't change anything, but we're going to go ahead. We are top of the table because of that 4-0 win. We're going to go ahead, simulate some training, and I will see you guys in the game against Brighton. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, we are back and we have the starting lineups for both teams. For ourselves, we have Tim Krul in goal, Aarons, Givardio, Hanley, and Giannolis as our back four, Alvarez and Skip as our CDMs, Sima on the right, Canwell on the left, Buendia at Cam, and Pookie up top. We do have a few tired legs from the last game, but it's not a big deal, right? We have to get the 3 points here against Brighton today, who line up with Sanchez in goal, Lamptey, Dunk, Webster, Veltman, and March as their back five, Grob, Bizuma, and Tau as their midfield three, and Bore and Mope as their top two strikers. I don't know how well we're going to do against the back five, but right, hopefully we can break through their lines and get the 3 points, right? That's what we're aiming for. That's what we're going to hope for. Let's see what we can do. Porter, but it just never came. He did get dispossessed. Givardio with a nice tackle up to Skip, who does try to play. Buendia did see Pookie. Is he onside? He is, and Pookie slots that into the bottom right-hand corner of the goal. Just like that, Norwich 1, Brighton Hove and Albion 0. Buendia and Pookie linking up once again. I thought he was offsides there at the time of the pass, but the ref keeps his flag down, and we find ourselves 1-0 up after a very rough and shaky start. Pookie and Buendia continuing their amazing preseason form in these two first games. I'm happy, my manager expresses it. Pookie celebrates his second goal in the Premier League in the 21st minute. Almost getting it in the 22nd, right, which is his number. But just like that, we are now in the driver's seat. Not comfortably yet, but hopefully we will find a second goal here. And just like that, the ref blows his whistle for halftime. We are leading at the half at home. But we need another goal to secure. We're getting very, very lucky right now that they have not scored, that we have not conceded. So let's see if we can't find this second goal here in the second half. To play, Alvarez. Alvarez will bring this ball up. He will look to play through Buendia. Buendia should have the pace to get away from the defender. And Buendia puts us up 2-0, 61st minute. Norwich 2, Brighton 0. Buendia and Pookie both on the score sheet now. Alvarez with that nice through ball. Buendia, same spot as the last game, bottom right-hand corner. All the keeper can do is look at it and pick it out from the back of the nets. And we do now sing our second goal. My manager is excited. We're excited. The fans are loving it. And there's no better way to start off our Premier League campaign than with 2 out of 2 wins this season, right? I will look to play. I didn't want that to Pookie, who is off who isn't offsides, and we do sing our third goal in this game in the 66th minute. I thought he was offsides, I guess not, and now we are celebrating. Norwich 3, Brighton 0. What a beautiful second half we're having. Buendia right here, I thought he was just offsides. I wasn't going to shoot, but then I saw the flag stay down. And just like that, Pukki into the bottom left corner. Well, I can't really say bottom left corner right, but he does slot it past the keeper. And just like that, Norwich 3, Brighton 0. Pukki with his third goal in the Premier League in the 66th minute of this game. We felt like our player was fouled there, though. No foul given by the ref, right? And somehow they get through our defense. I believe that's Bizuma. Bizuma with a nice little footwork, finding Mopai all by himself in the center of the box. Brighton 1, Norwich 3. 72nd minute. There is still time right here. This little trick did me. I don't know what Hanley was doing. He gets sold as well. Givardio leaves his man wide open. Giannoli's nothing to do. Tim Krul nothing to do as well except to pick that ball from the back of the net. 18 minutes left to go. And of course, he's singing his first goal in the Premier League against us. Now, we have to see if we can hold out this lead. Sima now coming up against the defender, who does go by himself. And Sima does make it. Norwich 4, Brighton 1 in the 80th minute. Sima with his third goal in the Premier League. What an important time. Brighton trying to apply pressure, but they leave too many holes in the back. Sima just goes around March like he's nothing and puts it past the keeper into the bottom right-hand corner. Norwich are singing. Our fans are praising that we will get the 3 points. My manager, same celebration as always. Just a hand clap, no smile, no nothing. Abdallah Sima is proving to be a great signing. 80th minute. Norwich 4. Brighton Hove Albion 1. And that is now game once again. We do find Buendia there. Buendia should have the pace. He will give this ball to Skip, who gives it to Pukki. And Pukki now has a hat trick. 84th minute. Pukki scores his third goal of the game. Norwich 5, Brighton 1. Like I said, Brighton pushed men forward. They left too many holes in the back, and just like that, we punished them once again. I was going to give Skip his goal, but the defender did close me down really well. Pukki left wide open, and we make them pay for that. You don't leave Pukki open. Norwich 5, Brighton 1. Let's just end the game already. Pukki 4 goals in the Premier League. What a way to start the first 2 games, right? Blows his whistle for full time now. Norwich 5, Brighton 1. 6 points out of 6 so far, but now we come up against the better half of the teams. I will go ahead and do this post-match interview real fast, right? And I'll see you guys in that game against Everton. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, and just like that, as you guys did see that, right, Asumkao is no longer on that list because he is now a player for ourselves. There he is. We will go ahead and throw him into this substitutes, right? We are looking pretty strong right now, right? Frimpong, Asumkao, Junior, Alvarez, Givardio, Sima have all come into the team and have added that extra depth we need for rotation games. We have Gibson, we have Cantilla still. We have Sorensen, who hasn't left yet, but he will hopefully leave us in the next upcoming days. And hopefully, right, we can win this game against Everton. Following that, we do have a game in the Carabao Cup against Fleetwood. And then we will have Manchester United at the end of the episode. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the lineups for both teams, right? Everton line up with Pickford in goal, Coleman, Mina, Keane, and Digne as their back four. Decor and Allen as their CDMs. It will be on the right, Forrest on the left, Rodriguez, Cam, and Calvert-Lewin up top. We have Tim Krul in goal, Aarons, Givardio, Honley, Giannolis as our back four, Alvarez and Asuncao as our CDMs. Sima on the right, Junior on the left, and Buendia at Cam. Buendia at Cam and Pukki up top. Hopefully, we're looking to get up at least a point. I know 3 points will be difficult against a strong Everton side, but we'll hope for the best, and I'll see you guys for kickoff. He does a fake, goes all the way back to Yerry Mina. But Aarons does get there in time, does intercept that ball beautifully. He gets the ball to Asuncao, to Alvarez, who does see Teemu Pukki through on goal. Teemu Pukki put this away. Teemu Pukki does put it away, and just like that, right, Norwich go 1-0 up against Everton away from home in the 13th minute. You couldn't see the minute because they were talking about Asuncao's debut, but the main focus right now is Alvarez with that beautiful through ball to Pukki. Pukki slotting it past Pickford. Pickford almost getting there, but can't do enough and is picking that ball out from the back of the net. Pukki celebrates his 5th goal in the Premier League. 13 minutes in, Norwich 1, Everton 0. We got very lucky here. Let's hope we can hold out or even find a second goal if possible. Asuncao is the only CDM back right now. Alvarez was covering Aarons during that run forward. Everton are looking very dangerous here, right? They do have the ball down this left-hand side. Calvert-Lewin is not in the box, thankfully, right? He is the biggest threat we are looking to stop, but he does get the pass off, and it doesn't matter. Everton 1, Norwich 1, 38 minutes. Forrest was just in the right spot at the right time. I don't know what I did defensively wrong there, but they make us punish. They punish us, my bad. Just there, Honley went to close him down. Forrest came closer and gets the ball. Alvarez stuck between two men, couldn't decide, and Forrest makes it 1-1 just before the half. Calvert-Lewin on the attack right there. Nobody pressuring. Asuncao with a nice little interception. Buendia now has the ball. Tries to slot through Pukki. Pukki should be onside here. And does put it past Pickford for a second time today. He will go and celebrate in front of the Norwich fans. Oh, what a very intense game this is right now. Everton fans disappointed in their defense right there. Pukki just makes a beautiful diagonal run. Puts it into the bottom right-hand corner of the goal. Past Pickford for a second time today, like I said. Pukki screaming his 6th goal of the Premier League season. Carlo Ancelotti isn't having it. You can see the bench's reaction as well. And just like that, in the 52nd minute, 7 minutes after halftime, we find ourselves 2-1 up again. It's just like the first half. We get off to a quick start and make them pay. There is a foul there from Alvarez in a very dangerous position. We will rotate Team Krul to see if he can't get something on that. And just like that, James Rodriguez puts it beautifully into the back of the net. I moved Tim Krul too much apparently, so I thought he was in the middle of the goal, but he wasn't. James says, "You're going to leave me all that space? Alright, too easy." And Everton 2, Norwich 2, 73 minutes, 17 minutes left to get a 3rd goal and potentially win this game. No danger, just them going down this left-hand side, looking for that game-winning goal. And apparently they will get it in the 85th minute. They just take us apart. I don't know what Givardio and Honley were doing so far apart, but Everton do find that 3rd goal that they were looking for, pushing the bodies forward, and they are celebrating. Their fans are going crazy. Now we have 5 minutes to potentially find a game-tying goal. Whether we will or not, that's two different things, right? And Pukki gets dispossessed there. So it does look like we will be losing 3-2 here at Goodison Park against a very strong Everton side. Come on, ref, you're playing advantage for too long, bro. And James Rodriguez, just from another free kick, somehow makes it 4-2 to Everton. And we do find ourselves now losing the 3 points completely. No draw. Everton just were the better team. They took advantage of their chances. We made a few mistakes, couldn't put some chances away. And we find ourselves 4-2 down now. Not even too upset about it. But maybe, right, we can add a little oomph to it and find ourselves a third goal. Pukki turned Keane really well, but can't get the shot off. Keane recovered really well. And now the ref does blow his whistle for full time. Everton 4, Norwich 2. I'm not disappointed in the result. I'm disappointed in the performance. We went up twice in that game and we ended up losing. We just couldn't hold off long enough. Our players were just too tired, or we don't have the quality to do it. We do get this transfer offer for Zimmerman in, right? We will go ahead and reject that. He will be a rotation center back for us. There we go. He is denied. He will stay at the club. We now come into this game. As we get closer to the game against Fleetwood, Spurs come in for Buendia. He will not be leaving the club no matter what. He is a major player for us right now. We are still waiting on Sorensen to leave the club, and these should be the emails. Sorensen has now left. Ida is hoping to play. I will think about it, Ida, but I don't think you will get a chance. We have Manchester United in the upcoming game, right? Or towards the end of the week. So I will go ahead and rotate a bit for this game. We're going to go ahead and rotate a few players, give them some minutes, right? We have Nyland in goal, Frimpong, Gibson, Zimmerman, Cantilla as our back four, Rupp and Skip as our two CDMs, Junior on the right, Camwell on the left, Dowell at Cam and Pukki up top. Fleetwood have Coleman in goal, Donacien, Hill, Connolly, and Andrew as their back four. They have Sharon, Batty, and Camps as their midfield three. Morris on the right, McKay on the left, and Vassell up top. We should be progressing through. We are at home, and we get a 4-1 win. Pukki has a hat trick. First goal in the 8th minute. Batty comes back, equalizes in the 11th. Skip just before the half makes it 2-1. Pukki in the 64th minute makes it 3-1, and Pukki in the 86th minute makes it 4-1. Just like that, we see ourselves through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Hopefully, we can progress a bit in the cup. Ida is disappointed, and we will just tell him I had to make a choice. But as you guys did see, right, we did get a transfer offer for Cantwell from Monaco. We will go ahead and reject that, as he will stay too. He is a main player for this team in real life, so we're going to plan to keep him here as long as we can. As we now approach into the final game of the episode against Manchester United, we are looking to... We have a few players going out on international duty. We get a transfer offer for Lettner now, 2.3. I will ask for 2.5. We agreed to 2.5. We will now go into this simulated game against Manchester United, who are in 5th. We will rotate the team a bit now. Tim Krul in goal, Aarons, Givardio, Hanley, and Giannolis as our back four. Alvarez and Asuncao as our two CDMs. Sima on the right, Camel on the left, Buendia, Cam and Pukki up top. Manchester United have De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, and Shaw as their back four. Pogba and Fred as their CDMs. James on the right, Rashford on the left, Fernandez at Cam, and Cavani up top. We won't play the big six because it's just a waste, right? A waste of a game. We aren't going to get 3 points in, right? Greenwood and Rashford just before the half make it 2-0, and Fred in the 63rd minute makes it 3-0. Pukki missed a penalty in the 76th minute. So we have 2 wins and 2 defeats in the season so far. We do now get a loan offer for Ida. They want a loan to buy. We'll delegate it to just a loan. We'll let them go on a year, and hopefully they accept that. We now are approaching transfer deadline day. We sit 8th in the league with 6 points, right? Arsenal very busy actually. We will take a quick look at our transfer budget. We don't have too much money to spend, as you guys know, right? 5.2 million and 13k in wages. I don't think we can bring in anybody with that on a permanent deal, right? Jones, we could approach to loan still, but it wouldn't work, I believe. They might let Linus come in on loan. Nope. Carlos Rodriguez did go to Feyenoord, so that is not going to happen, mainly because he is high rated. We will see, right, if Athletic Bilbao will let us loan Adeyemi. They will not. We could purchase him. I don't see a point in that happening, right, since he did just move there. We can bring in Van de Voort. Linus is out of the question as well. Jude Bellingham did deny our loan earlier, so I don't believe he will come. Jones is just out of the question, and Van de Voort would be a good shout, right, as to potential rotation keeper. We will approach to buy Van de Voort, and hopefully he will do us well. He will be Tim Krul's successor. That, right, we are now done in the transfer window. We will look to potentially, we don't have money for a scout, do we? We'll set up a scouting network up in Mexico, see what we can find there. Send them out for 9 months. We do still have a bit of money, so we could hire another scout. There's only one though, so I don't know how well that's gonna happen. We'll hire him, we'll send him to Spain for 9 months as well. And then I don't believe we can afford another one. We apparently can. We'll see what happens. Well, we'll just go ahead and leave it like that. We'll throw all of the budget into wages. See if we don't need to offer new contracts to anybody anymore. I believe we covered that already. But now we have youth scouts out and about. And hopefully, right, they can bring in some good talent. As we come to a close in the transfer deadline day, right? On the last hour, we will show you guys. Letner did sell. Ida will be going on loan, hopefully. So we did raise a bit more money. But like I was saying, right, on the last hour, we'll show you guys what everybody did around the league. We'll show you guys the top deals, along with how everybody around the world is getting on so far at the beginning of the season. Brentford got busy and brought in a few players as well. Only sold 2, however. We do get an email. Ida did leave us. He is out on loan now. We get in a transfer offer for anybody. We're just going to go quickly to these hours. We do get a transfer offer for Martin. Hertha Berlin for Martin. I don't want to sell him, right? I was looking more to get him out on loan, but we will reject that offer. He is only 18 years of age, 62 rated, right? So it's better if we send him out on loan. And almost 800 million spent on transfer deadline day alone. We do get another email. It is for Aarons. Olympic Lyon have come for Aarons. We will go ahead and reject that offer. We're not looking to replace Aarons anytime soon. He will stay as our starter for as long as possible, right? We do have a bit of money, right? I don't want to rely on just that bad. I will go ahead and buy this 1.5. Actually, let me see what I can do here, right? Let's adjust the budget. Either way, it doesn't, not the emails, the budget. We'll see what we can afford there, right? So we have about 3.6 million, right? Which is decent. I don't know why I switched pages when youth staff is right here. 3.6 million. We should be able to get this 2 million scout. Yes, he will be going to France, hopefully to find us a beautiful man. He will go sent there for 9 months. Just like that, right? We finish off. We still have $1 million to spend, but I don't really think we can do much more, right? We did not complete sell 2 players and sign 2 crucial players to replace them, right? We are having all these things to do, right? We do have 2 out of 7 games for home matches with 1 goal at least. So now, right, as we approach this last hour, we will just go all the way to the very beginning. Arsenal brought in Boateng, Fabian, Feghouli, and Pedraza. They brought him in for 133 million. They sold Smith Rowe, Saka, and Bellerin for 110. Aston Villa brought in Wendell, Melendo, and Nkolu. Sold nobody. Brentford brought in Escobar, Simba, Bessa, Coleman, and Pulido. Sold Henry and Da Silva. Brighton brought in Niam, Boer, Cork, Chavalerin, and sold Jahan Bakhsh, Andone, and Proper. Burnley sold Perez, Jermaine, and... No, my bad. They brought in Perez, Jermaine, and Byram. Sold Wood, Taylor, McNeil, Fydra, Goodmanson. So much money and spent so little. Chelsea brought in Rafa and Romero. Sold Christensen, Giroud, Zuma, and Emerson. Crystal Palace brought in Teo, Da Silva, and Stangs. Sold Benteke, Townsend, and Schlupp. Everton, did I have that right? Yep. Everton brought in Taylor and Forrest. Sold Bernard, Richarlison, Digne, and Davies. So much money brought in, but spent nothing. Like, what's going on here? Leeds brought in Rijkaard, Bertrand, and Davies. Sold nobody. Leicester brought in Richarlison, Pelmard, Greaves, and Torres. Sold Soyuncu. Liverpool were super busy. Made big signings in Kramaric, Alaba, Ferguson, and Valverde. Sold Gomez, Matip, and Wijnaldum. Man City brought in Neres and Immobile. Sold Jesus. United brought in Lamela, Savic, and Acerbi. Sold Bailly. Newcastle brought in Grealish, Lopez, and Soyuncu. Sold Murphy. We brought in Gvardiol, Simo, Alvarez Jr., and Frimpong. Sold Stieperman, Hernandez, Vrancic, McLean, and Byram, and a few others. Southampton brought in Agbenyenu, Araujo, and Sorensen. Sold Redmond, Armstrong, Bertrand, and Smallbone. Spurs brought in Gomez, Kachiabu, and Marusic, and sold Lamela and Mora. Okay. Watford brought in Tufan, Richards, Rosario, Ekubin, and sold Navarro and Sema. West Ham brought in Gregorish, Teze, Marega, and Sinistera. Sold Ogbonna and Antonio. Wolves brought in Jacques Bach, Christensen, and Michin. And that's all that happened in the league. The top deals were Immobile from Lazio to City, Koulibaly from Napoli to Real Madrid, Upamecano from Leipzig to Bayern, Gomez from Liverpool to Spurs, Valverde from Real Madrid to Liverpool, Saul from Atletico to Napoli, Jesus from City to Real, Guedes from Valencia to Inter for 68.4. My bad, I forgot to say how much, right? Immobile went for 142 million. Koulibaly for 123.4 million. Upamecano for 101.5 million. Gomez went for 87.9. Valverde went for 85.4. Saul went for 75.1. Jesus went for 69.6. Guedes went for 68.4. Longley went from Barca to PSG for 68. I don't know why my controller did that. Kimpembe from PSG to Dortmund for 67.5. Digne to Juventus from Everton for 66.6. Ginter to Atletico for 62.2. Saka went to Juventus from Arsenal for 62 million. Fabian from Napoli to Arsenal for 61.9. Rafa from Benfica to Chelsea for 59.6. Wijnaldum from Liverpool to Real for 59.3. Vegas to Barca from Wolfsburg for 58.2. Alba from Barca to Napoli for 57. Correa from Atletico to Leipzig for 55.5. Richarlison from Everton to Leicester for 48.8. Aspas from Celta to Leverkusen for 48.6. And Memphis Depay from Lyon to Roma for 47.1. And that's really the big names, right? Matip from Liverpool to Bayern for 43.5. No real big names, right? No more big names. And just like that, right? That is the end. 100 billion was spent on transfer deadline day. We sit 8th in the league, right? 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 defeats, 6 points, 11 goals for, 8 against. Brentford sit in 20th, Southampton in 19th, Crystal Palace in 18th. Chelsea, with a bad start, sit in 17th with just 2 points of 4 games. Who else is having a bad season? Nobody else having a terrible season, right? Everton sit top of the league, 12 for 12, or 4 for 4, right? 12 points of 12. United have 10 points. Spurs in 3rd with 9. West Ham and Liverpool drawing on points with 8. City and Arsenal level on points with 7. City winning on goal difference right now. We sit in 8th with 6 points, just in front of Aston Villa by goals 4. Leicester City in 10th with 6 points. And that's really the big picture right now. So we will now go ahead and end transfer deadline day. We had a pretty good transfer. We had a pretty good, my bad, and I messed that up. We had a pretty good transfer window, right? We get our youth squad monthly report and an email. 1 billion was spent transfer debt in the transfer window. Jankovic is not growing as well as I would hope he would. His potential has gone down as well. Bound has grown up by 1. His potential has gone up, I believe, actually from 75 to 80. So that's good. And, right, we will go ahead and simulate all the way to the first game of this month against, I believe it was Brentford. I believe we do have Brentford. We do get South Africa wanting me to be their manager. We will reject that. But we are now out of international duty, right? So we will go ahead and approach this first game in the month of September. We will quickly see, right, who we have. And then we'll go ahead and see, right, how you guys want us to do this, right? Since I know... Oh, it's Burnley. We have Burnley first, who sit 15th in the league. So, right, in the next episode, we will have Burnley, Brentford, Brighton, and Wolves as our 4 games. We will for sure play Burnley and Brentford. We will play Burnley and Brentford, and then I will see whether we play or sim one of Brighton or Wolves. So, right, with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. We were very busy. We got who we wanted. Timo Pukki sits top goal scorer of the league with 6 in 4 games. And if you guys did enjoy, leave a like. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces.